Checking here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we are going to be discussing what the devs could have meant in the update Q&A that they did recently when they said that there's going to be some massive changes, something along those lines. Maybe they didn't say massive, guys. Hang chicken on a stick. They said there's going to be some pretty big changes coming to specifically to max level players that have been playing the game for a long time, people that are watching this video more or less. People that have kind of got stale on the game, and they didn't say specifically whether this is going to be task force or operation oriented, but I think we can go ahead and safely guess that that's probably what it's going to be, guys. So let's go ahead, let's dive on into today's Dr. Terrence and see what we can cook up here, guys. So first off, I wanted to discuss the possibility of being able to buy power powders in Boom Beach. So what I was thinking when they originally said this, they've also been saying that they also said in the video at some point that there's going to be specific rewards for the Mega Crab and a lot of different things like this. So I wanted to talk about the fact that you shouldn't, buying power powders will break the game in a couple different ways. So Say if you're able to grind out these new events or whatever, and you're able to get that extra power powder, I think that is fine, because then it's equally accessible to everybody. Now, you throw in the loop of just being able to outright buy power powder, and sure, of course, if you could just straight buy as much as you wanted at unlimited amounts, of course that would be game-breaking and wouldn't make sense, and the players at the top would just have unlimited 10 statue ice boosts forever, just so they could keep that first place prize. But I feel like there would be that there's a way to balance that they could maybe not make the power powder able to be purchased, but maybe make it so maybe make it as a reward like we've seen in previous Mega Crabs or something like that. Maybe you get a special reward in your task force if you take down 3 operations in a row, like above a certain difficulty or something like that. Then yeah, everyone on your team gets like 3 or 5 power powders, something like that. I think that would be pretty fair. But yeah, most importantly, I think what everyone wants to see, I think at the bare minimum, what could be like expected, like logically, like being able to buy power powder or having some sort of new event that gains you power powders, kind of going a little bit. Is kind of going a bit out of the realm of what's actually possible. Now, I think the easiest thing for the team to do to make everybody happy immediately would just be to simply make new task force operations and new maps within those operations, because I mean, Boom Beach operations, guys, they come down to basically how many times have you hit this base? Have you seen this layout before? That's basically what it is. Like, the attacks don't change on the fly. It's going to be the same. Like, Dioxin is more or less the same strategy. It's just how many times have you personally actually ran that route, and how comfortable are you with it, right? That's basically what it comes down to. So, throwing in new maps, I have no idea why we have Everspark loaded, by the way. Throwing in new maps is just perfect. It's the answer to everything. It's the answer to everything. It keeps everybody happy. It's just new, it's exciting, it's different. It's a different strategy that's going to take place. It's different things to talk about with your team. It gets that kind of social aspect nailed down, which is, of course, what Supercell is always going for. Getting people talking, getting people playing in their clan, getting their clan mates to get people to play, saying, hey, like, get online, we need intel, we're trying to figure out this base, like, what do you think of that? Things like that is what Supercell is that's always the goal. And I feel like it's just right there. So it seems super simple to the chicken to make that just become a possibility. So we covered task forces, we covered operations, we kind of covered buying power powder. I would like to see a new simply giving us new maps and new operations. Sure, that's great. That's all good stuff. But maybe put a new spin on it. Maybe make some sort of what I thought would be a cool idea is like once a week on like Saturday or Sunday would probably be the easiest. Make something called like an operation challenge, where your task force is able to start as many operations as they're able to finish within, like, I don't know, a 12-hour, 24-hour, 48-hour time period, something like that. Maybe not every week. I don't know how they would structure it. Just something like that, where every so often you can just do operations back to back to back. Maybe there's a maximum of 5 or something like that. And then if you get to the, and then they can have like a separate leaderboard for they could have the high scores for task force size, and then have high score for the monthly mega crab, have high score for the operation challenge, whatever they would call it within that. And it would just be the team that's able to get maybe have like a separate tab with a 5, 10, 25, and 50 man, and then have the teams that are able to generate the most force points. The most force points in those, like that 6-hour period where they're just doing operations, and make it so you can't hop either, because then it gets a little crazy with how many people are going in and out. I like the idea of being loyal to one task force. Maybe the chicken's alone on that one, guys, but, yeah, I think that would be really exciting, like something along those lines, right? Like some sort of change to, how the operations are just the same hits and the same maps on the same bases for the same amount of force points for the same 26 diamonds day in, day out. And the fact that people are still doing them and still love them means that it's right there. Like the formula is right there. It just needs a little chicken sauce right on top of it, guys. Maybe that was the wrong word, but you know what I mean. They just need to build on that just a little bit, and I think they've got something really special. Otherwise, none of us would probably be here right now. But yeah, let me know what you think of that down below in the comments, guys. And yeah, I also wanted to loop talking about how buying power powder would probably be bad for the game. There's a lot of rumors about buying power powder going around, kind of like last year around this time, maybe last fall, something like that. There was some sort of leak or something that people thought power powder was going to be able to be purchased in the next update, but I don't think you'll ever be able to just outright buy power powder. I mean, I would like that personally, because I don't really care. Well, okay, no, that's actually not true, because I would get pretty frustrated with the amount of the heavy ice boosted bases. That would get pretty sickening pretty quickly, I would imagine, as well. Especially for VP pushing, that would kind of like defeat the purpose. It would just become pay to win pushing. But I still think they could do. I still think they could do something within that. They could. I don't know. Maybe have a cap on how much power powder you're allowed to buy. Maybe after. Maybe after you buy. We're gonna have to hopefully get this flamethrower bullet. Maybe after you buy a certain amount, you're not allowed to buy anymore. Like, have it so you can like the max you could purchase would be like 5 power powder per week or month or something like that. Like, have some sort of cap on the amount that you're actually allowed to get, so it's not just you're throwing down money and you're getting hundreds and hundreds of power powder to be able to boost forever. But that being said, guys, if they came out with like holiday gift packs or whatever for like $24.99, like they do in every other Supercell game. Clash Royale has these, Clash of Clans has them now. Don't know about Heyday, but Clash of Clans and Clash Royale have these special gift packs for sure. And if those came out in Boom Beach, where you could get like 25 power powders for 25 bucks and like a handful of prototypes and maybe even some power stones, like, sorry to say, guys, but that would be purchased 100% of the time for the chicken anyways. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Let me know what you think of all that down below in the comments, guys. So, we have a Stage 7 on our hands here. So, we're going to be clucking and ducking. We're using the 2-6 Heavy Zuka with Bullet, which is the most OP strategy in the game, regardless of what you guys think. I think it's the strongest, by far. It's great because it doesn't matter how much gunbutt energy you have. It's going to benefit from more troop health and troop damage statues, of course. But yeah, it's just super strong. It's great for low level. It's even better for high level. There's really no downside to using 2-6 Heavy Zuka, guys. We'll get another tonic one, especially with Bullet. It just becomes too easy, guys. It just becomes too easy. So that is going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think of all of that down below in the comments. What do you think about buying power powder in the game? Just outright. Just probably most interested to hear that out of everything. And I guess how do you think that how do you think they're going to change high-level gameplay for max-level players? How's the end game going to change in Blue Beach? What would you like to see, most importantly? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Check it out.